Hi Pisces, welcome to your July 2019 Love Tarot reading. My name is Amanda Pearl and I'm also known as Queer Psychic Queen on Instagram and here of course. So I post every day on Instagram. Follow me for weekly energy readings and just a lot of amazing value from me. This reading will be for you, Pisces, for July. It's a love tarot reading. July already feels crazy, doesn't it? I'm recording this on July 3rd. So the eclipse in Cancer was yesterday. Then we have another eclipse in Capricorn on the 16th. It really depends because, Pisces. So this reading would be for like Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, and Pisces Venus. It really depends where Cancer and Capricorn were in your chart because, if you're a Pisces Sun and you have like a whole ton of Cancer in your chart, the first eclipse will definitely be affecting those houses and those planets more. However, if you have more Capricorn, definitely that second eclipse, the solar eclipse on the 16th, the lunar eclipse rather, that will be affecting you a little bit more. So we have 2 eclipses this month. We have about a bajillion planets in retrograde. Oh my gosh. The one that I can feel the most is Saturn in retrograde, and then Mercury is going into retrograde, and I can already feel that. Mercury is going into retrograde on July 7th to July 31st. So, what does that all mean for you? That means that in July, it's an energetically charged month. So it's like more energy. It's a little bit of it. It can feel a little bit anxious. It can feel a little bit uncomfortable. But not just because of the planets. Like in your lives, big things are happening. Big changes. So it's like even if the planets there were no planets in retrograde and there were no eclipses this month, there are so many things happening in your life, it would still kind of feel topsy-turvy. However, this month has the capacity to be very, the word is just like meaningful for a long time. The things that you do and accomplish, Pisces, in this month, you will remember for a long time. I feel like for you specifically, Pisces, I'm not telling everybody this. No, this reading, it's all like specific to you and the things that I'm getting from your angels while I'm talking about it. This month for you feels like you step into your purpose in a bigger and a different way than you have before. And it feels really good. It feels like you step into something that you've been questioning for a long time, whether that's even just pursuing a new hobby, offering something new in your business, looking into other jobs, a job that you've been wanting to do for a long time. So let's get into the cards. For the vibe. That's the whole vibe of this eclipse season, right? that is how I feel right now. Oh my gosh. Just FYI, if you're curious, you're probably not, but if you are, I'm a Scorpio sun, I'm a Cancer moon, and I'm a Sagittarius rising, Scorpio Venus. So my chart's very watery. I feel very familiar and similar to Pisces, so I getcha. And you get me. So the vibe of July. I pulled, the cards are crazy, this month is crazy, get over it. I pulled the codependency card, and then I pulled the ego card. The ego card is the temperance card in the Rider-Waite tarot deck. But what I'm getting with this is that in the past few months, you've realized really how, because sometimes these cards can mean a lot of things. So if I pull the codependent card, it could mean several different things. I'm honestly getting that you've realized literally in the past few months that you're very codependent. Like, I'm getting that, like, actually that. But I would venture to say it's less about the codependency and it's more about your level of self-love, your level of self-encouragement, and this is what I'm getting. Under all of this stuff, you are struggling a little bit with some traumas that have happened to you. I'm getting specifically within the past 2 to 3 years. You are, or even longer. By struggling, I mean, I feel like you're feeling feelings of depression. And then because you're feeling more anxious and depressed, you're like leaning on your partner more rather than like healing and working through those issues on your own, which I think that you should reach out to support. However, your partner is not your therapist and your partner is not like your nanny. That's what I'm getting. So it's like you have to go do things on your own. Oh my gosh, I have no Pisces in my chart. I mean, we all have every sign because of the houses, but I have no Pisces in my chart, and this is resonating hard. I'm also single. So I don't really have anybody to be codependent on. I'm severely codependent with my dogs. But just as far as like the depression creeping up, the trauma's coming back. However, the amazing thing about you, Pisces, is that this time around, because it's not the very first time you've thought about these traumas, this time around, you're really able to see these. I mean, you're even recognizing that you're in this place right now. So this is a big step for you. It feels like how this is manifested in your I'm honestly getting even some of you have just started relationships in the past few months and it feels very codependent already. How this is manifested in your life is just like this severe codependency and it doesn't feel great to you. So it's another thing. Like I feel like you've always been a little bit codependent. When I say that, I mean, I feel like a lot of people are in the world. So it's not just you. I've definitely struggled with codependency issues on my own. So it feels a little bit like this is not as satisfying to you as it was. So like 3 or 4 years ago when you were codependent, you could tell yourself, okay, I have my partner who loves me very much. They're never going to leave me. And I love that. I'm obsessed. And at least I'm not single. I mean, these are real hits that I'm getting. This is not working anymore. You have this desire to fulfill your own life and help yourself. That's stressful because you've been slowly changing, but these changes are going to be taking place in the physical world now. So it's all just been sort of internal, just like the usual dance of you guys being freaking obsessed with each other, saying it's like love. It's really like codependency of some obsession. Now it's like you are like, no, this doesn't feel great. It really doesn't. Not that your relationship doesn't feel great, just like that feeling like you want to go everywhere with that person and you don't want to do things alone and people pleasing for that person and things like that. So the ego card, that came up, the temperance card, is because you're totally like reflecting on where you're at right now and seeing where you're out of balance. That's like totally what the temperance card is about. The temperance card is either about getting back into balance or realizing you're totally out of balance. And you are literally realizing you aren't really in balance and you're moving towards that. So what's going on this month? I actually pulled... This is an interesting one. Sorry, guys. The romantic feelings card and the hermit. How crazy is this? This is how crazy you guys are right now. No, I'm not going to give you a hard time. It just feels like you still love this person. There's love there. You want some time away. You want a break, not from the relationship exactly. I don't know how to describe it. You want time to feel your oats. You want time to do your own thing and just feel free. Now, even wanting this is scary for you because of the fact that lately you felt so dependent. But you realize that because you love this person, Pisces, you have to start taking care of yourself. And that's what I also feel like the Hermit card means. Just you going within more, you handling your own stuff more, you dealing with yourself more. As far as the outcome, I do feel like some of you Pisces are going to be going through some sort of breakup or separation, because I pulled the separation card and the Justice card. The Justice card as if you both know this is the best decision. as if it's the Justice card coming up in the midst of this reading is sort of like you being like, I know this is right for me, no matter how crazy this makes me feel, or I'm not used to this. I feel you, Pisces, feeling that your dreams are right on the other side of this. You can palpably, physically almost feel that where you want to go next to fulfill your life, your soul, your art, your heart is almost just right on the other side of this. And it is. So this is a total month of you coming into your own, realizing what you need, handling it. I honestly feel, Pisces, some of you are already kind of going through like the beginning stages of a breakup, the separation part of it. But this is like a big ass month for you. I mean, you are getting like, you're just like so aligned with how you feel. And even though how you feel like throws you off because you don't exactly want this separation, like on a 1D, like on a materialistic physical level, you don't want to do the change, the move, the crying, the bleh. You know this has to happen. And I also pulled, for the tarot cards, I pulled 3 major arcana cards. The Temperance card, the Hermit, and the Justice card. So what that means to me also is that you're strong. You're really strong this month, and you're standing in your strength. So that feels great. I hope I didn't scare all of you guys, but I probably did. So if you want to know more about your July reading, email me at queerpsychicqueen@gmail.com. We can set up a personal reading for you. My Instagram is queerpsychicqueen. I post a lot there. Follow me there and comment if this resonates. I love you guys. Have a wonderful July.